I'm Dolly Nykirk, CEO of Lifehouse Maternity Home, and I have here with me Anna, who's one of our participants here at Lifehouse, who's going to share a little bit about her story. So Anna, why don't you first give us a little history of Anna?
I grew up in Crestwood, Kentucky. I was the youngest of four at the time in my family. For my very first memory until I was 12 years old, I was being sexually abused in my family by my dad and my grandpa and my mom's boyfriend, and just physical abuse, a lot of stuff that to me at the time was normal that I didn't realize was not everybody's truth in their life. And around 12 years old, I met a friend at school, and I started going to her house and seeing that her life was very different and that I liked it. I didn't like my life that I was living back home. I didn't understand it, but I didn't like it. And I ended up leaving home at 12 years old. They adopted me and brought me in, and I went through a real grieving period I didn't expect. I went through a lot of things in secret, kind of trying to cover up like how I felt inside. I didn't want people to see that. Just struggling with eating disorders and eventually down the road addiction. Once I found it really kind of made me a person that I didn't care to show people who I was, that I enjoyed that freedom and not having to care so much what people thought and not having to feel anything is what it really became. So for the last 14 years, it's really just been, I found God and I loved him, but I didn't know his truth. I couldn't really live for him at the time.
So what kind of led you to Lifehouse, and what did you first think about Lifehouse when you moved in?
Yes, Lifehouse came to be for me. I got pregnant in addiction. I was not ready for a baby at all. My son's dad ended up leaving when my son was 12 days old, and I had nothing. I had no car, I had no money, like literally nothing. And someone that knew about Lifehouse told us about it, told us, you guys love Jesus, and I've always loved Jesus, even though it's been hard for me to understand his love for me. And when I first came to Lifehouse, it was amazing. It felt like freedom to me, knowing that there was people there that wanted to help me, even though to me it seemed like such a dirty, bad situation. So it was exciting when I first came.
So what was the most difficult thing to adjust to here at Lifehouse?
People giving me advice about being a mom. I'm very headstrong in my beliefs and just things that I think are right. I just go for it. And so I had a hard time taking advice as a mom. People telling me you need to take care of yourself first before taking care of your son and things like that I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like, what do you mean?
You were at Lifehouse for a while, and then you left. And what led to your decision to leave, and then what led you to reach out to come back to Lifehouse?
My decision to leave, although I was sober off drugs and alcohol, I was not living a life for God. I wasn't truly sober in my mind. I was still chasing after everything else, not getting high and drunk, but just anything else to change the way I felt. And eventually I met a guy. I thought that's what I needed, was someone to rescue me and validate me, help me out of what soon became like, even though it was the greatest blessing at first, it became, oh my gosh, like I'm here like in a program with my son. I started really changing my perspective, and I moved out with Guy. But thank God that he did bring me back to Lifehouse. It got really bad. I chose to go that way, and eventually God let me go my way, and I saw the true depths of the decisions I was making. I ended up the worst addiction I've been in, the worst relapse I've had, and I lost my son for 3 months, and I went to jail. It hurts about losing my son, but I went to jail twice, and that was where I really saw that I couldn't do it. You know, I've tried every single way, and it wouldn't work. And I was scared to call you guys. I was scared to say, I really messed up, you know, like what you guys told me was true. But I remembered you guys love me, and my mom, she said, call Lifehouse, you know, they love you and they know you. And I did. I prayed to Jesus that night, and he told me that night you were going back to Lifehouse, and so I called. And you guys told me, like, you know, we got to go through a process. And in my head, I'm like, well, you already said I'm coming, so okay, do your process. It's a complete different experience this time.
So what have you learned at Lifehouse that has had the greatest impact on you?
Definitely taking care of myself, putting that relationship with Jesus before anything, and knowing that he does guide my steps, that I'm not here having to figure out my life, but looking to him and knowing that he's just laying it out for me. You know, I've got to be obedient, take those steps and do the work at hand, but that I don't need to control my life. Yeah.
How has Lifehouse impacted your faith?
Oh, it's amazing. I even remember last time I was here, people talking to me about Jesus all the time, and I was not at a place to hear it. I think the biggest thing that made an impact on my faith was seeing how the staff was when I came back, how they really were truly just accepting of me and happy to see me. Like, there was house mentors that were crying, seeing me, you know, they were so happy I was back, even though I was so not feeling okay about it. Like, you guys have no idea what I just did, you know. But yeah, getting to actually experience that love. Mm-hmm.
What have you enjoyed the most about being at Lifehouse?
The staff. I enjoy even though there's like a professional relationship there, I consider them my family, and really getting to even share what Jesus does in my life. I used to be sad thinking my son's dad was missing out on his life. Like, there's no one else here to see the amazing things about him, but everyone in the house does, and they want to see those things about him, and they notice the details of our life. Makes you feel really seen. Yeah.
So what are your plans for the future, and how is Lifehouse helping to prepare you for those things?
I don't hold my plans too tight, but as of right now,
Can't.
as of right now, I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree for cybersecurity with criminal justice, hoping to one day work against sex trafficking and kind of just similar things I've gone through in my life, being able to show people the way out and that there is hope and freedom. And I want to have a house with Luca one day. He wants a broccoli garden and a tree house.
Broccoli garden.
Yes.
I haven't talked to you about that broccoli.
Yeah, he loves broccoli. He loves broccoli.
And you're also working, so you're balancing
Yes.
being mom, working, and school, and so
Yes.
that's a lot. So Lifehouse is getting ready to launch Bright Life, which is a family support program for our participants and their children. So what will it mean to you to have Bright Life right here at Lifehouse?
The biggest thing is knowing that my son is safe and that he's being loved and well cared for. I had an experience whenever I left Lifehouse that my son got abused at daycare, and they broke the bone between his middle teeth, and it was just very traumatic. I didn't know if I could trust him going to get watched by someone else again, and just that stress, like you're the only one in your kid's life as a single mom carrying those worries and those burdens throughout the day. So knowing that he's not just in an okay place but a great place is what I really like about it.
Right. So if you were talking to a woman who is considering whether she wants to come to Lifehouse, she's, you know, in a situation, she's either pregnant or has a child, and she's like, I don't know if I want to go to this place, what would you tell her?
I would tell her that that it is life changing. It has the potential to really put you in a place that you don't need to depend on other people, that you can have a life for you and your kid down the road, that you don't have to depend on a man. You don't need that kind of support, because they're going to teach you not only can you save money and get that stuff ready, but you have better skills, better life skills to really care for you and your family. I would say that you need to have some motivation. You have to be able to do the work. They will help you as much as you will help yourself. So to be able to be successful, you do have to take that initiative, and even if it's the best you got, it's just a little, like, use that best you got.
That's great. Is there anything else you want to add?
I love you guys. That's it.
We love you too. We love you too.